Failure is an inevitable part of life. No matter how hard we try, we all face setbacks, disappointments, and moments when things don't go as planned. But what separates those who crumble under the weight of failure from those who rise above it? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers valuable lessons on how to handle failure with grace, resilience, and determination. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we respond to them. By cultivating inner strength and a proper mindset, we can become unstoppable in the face of adversity. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the understanding that failure is not inherently bad. In fact, it is often through failure that we learn the most valuable lessons in life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." When we encounter obstacles, we should view them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Each setback can teach us something important about our weaknesses, our approach, or even the nature of the challenge itself. By embracing failure as a teacher, we shift our perspective from seeing it as a threat to viewing it as a valuable stepping stone toward success. Another important Stoic lesson is the idea of accepting what we cannot change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that while we cannot always control the circumstances we face, we can control our attitude towards them. When failure strikes, we often waste time and energy wishing things had turned out differently. This kind of thinking only adds to our suffering. Instead, we should focus on accepting reality as it is and directing our efforts toward what we can control: our thoughts, decisions, and actions moving forward. By doing so, we regain a sense of agency and power, allowing us to respond to failure more effectively. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding failure altogether, but about being able to bounce back from it stronger than before. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, advised us to be like a rock against which the waves continuously break. He said, "The rock stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." This metaphor reminds us that life will inevitably throw challenges our way. But if we maintain a steadfast and resilient attitude, we can withstand even the toughest storms. Building resilience requires practice and mental discipline, but it is essential if we want to remain unstoppable in the face of failure. Moreover, the Stoics believed in the value of setting aside our ego. Failure can be particularly painful when it wounds our pride or sense of self-worth. We often associate our successes and failures with our identity, leading to feelings of shame or inadequacy when things don't go as planned. However, Stoicism teaches that our worth is not determined by external outcomes. What truly matters is our character and the effort we put into achieving our goals. By detaching our sense of self from the results of our actions, we can approach failure with humility and a willingness to learn, rather than letting our ego get in the way. The practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, is another powerful Stoic technique for handling failure. This involves mentally preparing for possible setbacks or adverse outcomes by imagining them before they happen. By contemplating potential failures in advance, we reduce their impact when they do occur, as we have already familiarized ourselves with these scenarios. This does not mean we should dwell on negativity, but rather that we should prepare our minds for the inevitable ups and downs of life. When we expect that things may not always go our way, we are better equipped to handle failure with a calm and composed mindset. The Stoics also encourage us to take responsibility for our actions, regardless of whether we succeed or fail. While it is easy to blame external factors or other people when things go wrong, this approach prevents us from learning and growing. By taking ownership of our failures, we gain valuable insights into what we could have done differently and where we need to improve. This level of accountability requires honesty with ourselves and a commitment to self-improvement. When we hold ourselves accountable, we stop being victims of circumstance and instead become active participants in shaping our destiny. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on progress, not perfection. It is easy to become discouraged when we fall short of our goals, but the Stoic approach is to view life as a continuous journey of growth and development. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not expect perfection, but strive for improvement." Even small steps toward improvement are valuable as they contribute to our overall progress. By setting realistic expectations and acknowledging our progress, no matter how small, we can stay motivated even in the face of setbacks. In addition, Stoic philosophy encourages us to live in accordance with our values, rather than being driven solely by external success. When we pursue goals that align with our deeper values, failure becomes less daunting because we are acting in accordance with our true selves. Even if we do not achieve the desired outcome, we can still find fulfillment in knowing that we lived in harmony with our principles. This inner alignment allows us to find meaning in our efforts and gives us the strength to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Lastly, it is important to cultivate a sense of gratitude, even in the midst of failure. The Stoics believe that gratitude can transform our perception of setbacks and failures. When we appreciate the good things in our lives, we realize that our worth is not diminished by temporary setbacks. Gratitude shifts our focus from what went wrong to what is still going right, and this positive mindset helps us regain our sense of balance. Being grateful for the lessons learned and the strength gained through adversity allows us to approach life's challenges with a renewed sense of purpose. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to handling failure teaches us that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather a part of the journey. By embracing failure as a learning opportunity, accepting what we cannot change, and cultivating resilience, we can become unstoppable. The wisdom of Stoicism reminds us to detach from our ego, practice negative visualization, take responsibility for our actions, and focus on progress. By living in alignment with our values and maintaining a sense of gratitude, we can face any challenge with a strong, unyielding spirit. Failure does not define us. It refines us. And with the right mindset, we can turn every setback into a stepping stone to greatness.